see me staring at you, better knuckle up. Hello, the world is cold, but I'm on to look. I said the world is cold, but I'm on to look.
What's poppin', y'all? It's your boy D-Mark, aka D-Ryan. So, about a couple weeks now, I've been seeing on Instagram that CM Punk could possibly be going back to WWE. I don't know if that's true or not, but if he does, which he's gonna be in a non-complete cause or a 9-day complete cause. So honestly, I really don't know if that's true or not. But if AEW lose CM Punk, and he only been here for like a half year now, then AEW is going to be in some major heat. But anyways, let's go ahead and read this article. CM Punk. AEW is in talks about contract buyouts. The alleged of Punk's non-complete is sticking at a point in a negotiation. AEW and CM Punk are in talks to buy out of the remaining years of his contract, according to Dave Meltzer in this week's Wrestling News newsletter. The news came out less than 2 months ago after Punk, Ace Steel, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega were involved in a backstage fight following Punk's comments about the Bucks and Omega and others at the September's All Out post-event press conference. Meltzer said neither Punk or AEW comment on or deny the story. Meltzer wrote that AEW and Punk were talks about the future, but is looking at as doubtful he will be back. Those who closely knowledge of the situation said they are in talks with Punk about a buyout of the remaining years of his contract, which tells you they are not looking to bring him back. Wow. The hold-up right now is said to be a non-complete period. He wrote, the non-complete is obviously because of WWE as they are the only group that can pay him what he was asked for. Punk is currently injured from his all-out match with John Moxley. However, with no public timetable for when he could return, the alleged of the push not complete was not included. Meltzer pointed out there is no law WWE will want Punk back, even with Paul Levesque on a streak of surprise returns. Nothing there turns down having Punk return before, despite Fox wanting them to do so. AEW had yet to publicly state anything lately to the fight with Tony Khan and refusing to answer questions when asked. It was assumed that Omega and the Bucks were suspended following the fight with Punk is injured and cannot return to action as anyway. It's unclear if he is still suspended, and despite that, Punk and Omega and the Bucks were all stripped of their titles on the post all-out edition of Dynamite without being mentioned by the names or why the titles were stripped from them to the beginning with. Steele's the backstage producer and a close friend of Punk was released earlier this week in the Latin department. In the situation that it has shown slow moving without a lot of answers. Punk debuted in AEW in August 2021 in Chicago in the United Center after nearly 8 years from pro wrestling, returning to the ring a few weeks later against Darby Allin at that year's All Out. So here's my thing. I don't really know about all of this right now. Here's my thing. If they're in talks of CM Punk releasing his AEW contract, then I don't really know what's left for him. Because obviously CM Punk he's literally has not wrestled in 8 years. So honestly, I don't even know where's that's gonna lead up to. He's probably may still be under contract with them, but there's a non-complete clause that's not included with them buying out the contract. But here's the thing though. If they're gonna release him, then AEW is gonna be in some real major heat right now. If they even release one of their biggest stars and biggest draws they have since last year. And you know what? Last year, AEW was literally like the biggest thing right now. Was literally the biggest thing last year. I mean, there was a lot of great matches. You got Bryan Danielson versus Adam Page was most of the great matches from last year. It was great. But in terms of CM Punk returning, that literally got over 1 million views on YouTube. Like, that shock, CM Punk's return like shocks the whole world when he came back to wrestling. But this last month of All Out pay-per-view of the press conference, he did mention that Colt Cabana, the Young Bucks, and Kenny Omega, and like, yes, they have a brawl backstage, but I feel like CM Punk's point of view, I feel like they could did that. They could have did that in a different way. They shouldn't, like, Punk should never even, like, mention those things during the press conference after the pay-per-view show All Out was over. But a couple people was involved in this. And here's the thing. I don't know if this is true or not, but someone said that the cops were involved of the whole situation. Somebody let me know about that. Because honestly, if the cops are involved in this, then no one should not talk about that period of what happened, the backstage brawl between CM Punk, Kenny Omega, and Young Bucks. I don't know if that's true, if the cops were involved in that, but somebody let me know about that. But it's including the EVPs, the Young Bucks, Kenny Omega. And here's the thing. First, they were acting like high school kids. It's like they're like whispering, and then they just go to CM Punk's locker room. And the whole entire time, I don't know why no one stopped this, or I'm probably sure someone stopped the brawl. They just went to CM Punk's locker room and just had a brawl. That just came out of nowhere. But I can tell you that people are still, there's going to be some people that's still upset about the whole media scrum press conference with CM Punk. And here's the thing. Tony Khan is the boss. And he was sitting next to CM Punk the whole time. Like CM Punk was literally going off. And just Tony Khan was just sitting there. He said a couple words, but he literally did not say a single word. He did say some words, but but he's literally the president, not just but he's like the vice president of AEW. But I don't understand, as the boss of AEW, you should be handling your superstars correctly, properly. If superstars think it's gonna be okay for their stars to just do whatever they want, like to do whatever it is they want to do, like that's just make your star just walk all over you. It really does. The same thing what happened with Andrade and Sammy Guevara. I have been following that. I was gonna make a video about that, but what I see is that apparently Andrade was not even supposed to be at the show of Dynamite of AEW. But it turns out that Andrade wanted to hit Sammy Guevara. And not only that, but it turned into a brawl backstage. And Andrade was sent home. He was literally sent home. I don't know how long he's going to be sitting at home for, but he's still going to get his money's worth. And I'm just like, how is they not suspending Sammy Guevara right now? I mean, he was in a backstage brawl with Eddie Kingston, and now with a second brawl with Andrade. Which, that whole thing was just, it's ridiculous. That whole backstage brawl was just ridiculous. Like, and I'm concerned, like, why is no one stopping? Why was no one stopping this from the first beginning if they knew that Andrade and Sammy Guevara was gonna happen? That's gonna start the brawl. Like, ain't no security there to control wrestlers like backstage or something like that. I mean, that's mostly their job to, like, like stand guard in front of the, like, outside the barricade and all that stuff. But in terms of the fans' position, but I think it's their job to be in backstage wherever, like, a real fight or a brawl that's going on backstage. Most of it could be a word, and most of it can be a storyline, or that they're actually just doing their job. It could be both of them. It could be both. But honestly, I don't know how AEW is going to turn out next year, though. I hope AEW change, and hopefully things will get better in the long term in terms of not releasing any stars. Because I did heard that WWE was contacting superstars that was under AEW contract. So honestly, most of these stars were trying to, like, get out of their contracts or whatever. But honestly, CM Punk, bro, this is the only person I'm talking about right now. Honestly, CM Punk should not be let go from AEW. He should just stay where he's at right now. If AEW released CM Punk only being here for like a half year, the AEW has really a problem on their hands by letting go one of their biggest draws from last year. And just putting on some great matches, putting stars over. And honestly, to me, in my opinion, CM Punk should not just be let go that easily. He should not be let go after what happened to Homie and Scrum. Yeah, CM Punk is probably going to be out for like a month. Not only a month, but 8 months due to the injury he had with John Moxley. He's probably going to come back next year, but I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen going forward with all of this. So here's my question to y'all. Do y'all want CM Punk to go back to WWE, or do y'all want him to stay in AEW where he's at right now? But honestly, this whole situation it's ridiculous. But hopefully they will fix it it's gonna take longer to fix the situation, but hopefully something comes out of this. Hopefully we get some updates about the whole situation behind this, but anyways, I don't got nothing much to say about this, but y'all let me know in the comments what y'all thoughts about the whole CM Punk buying out his contract of AEW. Y'all let me know about that. And follow me all social medias down below. I'll be back with another video, y'all. Peace.
This is my moment to shine, this is my time for flight. I've been grinding forever just for this very night. I've been pushing for many moments like this. This time is undervalued and no one ever could